My name is Chantel Wright. I'm the founder and head of school. I founded the school in 2008, and I've been here ever since. So my vision for our school is that we will be a high-performing school where children are learning and excelling at high rates, that we will close the achievement gap in education, and that our scholars will be some of the highest performing children, not only in the District of Columbia, but in this nation as a whole. More than 55% of Achievement Prep scholars are proficient in math and or reading. 87% of our scholars are proficient in math on a DC CAS last year, and 69% were proficient or advanced. And I think it's because our scholars work so hard. They are determined to get their brains stronger, and we have a fantastic group of teachers who are committed to closing the achievement gap and making sure that all children learn and that all children excel. I believe that I am personally responsible for the academic growth of our scholars. Parents give us the honor to educate their children 9 hours a day, and I take that very seriously, and I feel like it's my job to make sure that each and every child is learning and excelling beyond anything that they think that they can do, and really meeting the needs and expectations of our families. Our academic expectations for our scholars is that they will work hard every single day, that despite whatever's going on in their life, that when they cross that threshold at the front door, that they will give us 100% every single day and work as hard as possible to get their brains stronger, because we're here every day ready to give them 100% as well. I believe that hard work absolutely determines student achievement. I believe that when children are given the tools and the resources that they need to excel, they will reach those marks each and every time. I always believe that hard work beats talent. So we use data to inform how our scholars are performing academically throughout the whole year. We are very transparent with our data. Every week, our scholars take Show What You Know quizzes, and that data is placed into a database that I have access to, as well as all members of my leadership team and every teacher in the building. And we look at that data every week as a team after school. We see where scholars are performing, how they're doing in each grade, how they're doing in each class, what skills they're strong in, and where we can support. We also have our scholars assessed on interim assessments every 6 weeks, and we use that data to inform our instruction as well. And it also helps us compare how we're performing to other students within the District of Columbia. And so we really use data. We're very transparent with it. We talk about each scholar individually. We talk about his or her strengths or weaknesses, and we're making sure that we're touching base on that at least every single Monday. We have very high expectations for our students when it comes to behavior. We are a very strict school, and we believe that children cannot learn in chaos. And it's our job to make sure that we create environments that are 100% conducive to learning. And so we work hard to make sure that scholars understand that this is their school, that it is their responsibility as well as ours to make sure that everyone feels safe physically as well as emotionally. And so we spend a lot of time to create very clear expectations around what is appropriate and what's not within an achievement prep community. When we think about enforcing rules, it really starts with being very clear about what behaviors are appropriate and what behaviors are not appropriate at Achievement Prep. And we create a very clear set of consequences as well as rewards for behaviors that are acceptable or unacceptable in our school. And we're very clear with both our parents and our scholars about what we expect and what will happen when our expectations are not met or when they are met. And so we work hard to make sure that it's not just about rules, but it's really about creating a school culture, and that we all understand that we're a community, and that within our community there are behaviors that we will accept and there are behaviors that we won't. We think it's really important to reward good behavior. One of the things that we believe is just like adults, we get rewards for doing the right thing or going over and beyond. And we feel like it should be the same for our scholars. While we wish that they would just do the right thing just because it is, we recognize that they're also children and they need extrinsic motivators to continue to be excited. And so one of the things that all our scholars have is they have a weekly paycheck. And that paycheck, it starts with $100. And for extra or good behavior, they can earn additional money, which we call dream dollars. And that dream dollar is good here at Achievement Prep, and it allows them to go to our dream store. It allows them extra privileges like dress down days or special snacks. And so we also are always trying to find ways outside of their paycheck to reward them with acknowledging academic performance, not always recognizing just the straight A's, but looking at growth and where scholars are working hard. We really try to find ways to be excited about them and excited about their learning. And so we call it the J factor here, and make sure that we're excited and that they know we're excited. We find ways through awards, through our ceremony. Every week we have a celebration called Preppy and Proud, where we get together and we celebrate their hard work and we acknowledge those scholars who are working really hard to make a difference. I am absolutely responsible for the professional development of my teachers, and we take professional development very seriously at Achievement Prep. Every Wednesday we have early dismissal. Our scholars are dismissed at 1:30 so that we can have staff professional development from 2 to 5 each week. And then we also have dedicated 7 full days of professional development. Those are days when we look at scholar achievement. We look at our data. We also look at our cultural data to see how things are going from a cultural standpoint. But I really believe that it's not always the scholars that need work. Our teachers need support as well. They need to continue to improve their craft. They need to continue to find ways to reach out to our families and to extend to our community. And we really believe that it's important, so important, that we dedicate 3 hours every single week to making sure that happens. When we have a teacher vacancy, it depends on when it is, because we actually do not believe in bringing teachers in mid-year. So if we have a vacancy mid-year for whatever reason, we would fill that internally, meaning that the leadership would step in. We'd make sure that our scholar learning is not interrupted. When we have a teacher vacancy at the end of the year, we go through a very rigorous process for hiring. We believe that it's our job to find the absolute best teachers for our scholars. And so anyone who's interested in working at Achievement Prep goes through a very rigorous interview process, which also includes coming to our school to teach a sample lesson. We give them really hard feedback on that sample lesson, and sometimes they're required to teach that same lesson again the same day after receiving feedback, so that we can make sure that just like we look for our scholars to be teachable, that our teachers are teachable and that they're open to learning and that they're ready to also improve their craft so that they can be the best they can for our scholars. At Achievement Prep, we don't use a traditional evaluation system for our teachers. We actually feel like every day is an opportunity for our teachers to grow, and that's how we try to use evaluation, as an opportunity for them to grow and get better in their craft. And so we do weekly observations of our teachers, where we go in and do very informal observations where they have very clear what we call quick hits, which are things that they're doing well, areas of push, and then areas that we would ask them to consider in terms of improving their craft. And we believe that that weekly interaction actually makes our teachers stronger, which then in turn helps them to be better, more so than a traditional kind of coming in once or twice throughout the year doing a longer formal evaluation. We believe that if we're in classes on a regular basis and we're giving them feedback, that feedback in turn becomes an evaluation of their performance. And we also believe that looking at the scholar data and having very real conversations about student achievement also becomes a very real tangible evaluation for our teachers in order for them to improve so that we can increase scholar achievement. So we really feel like it's important for our families to be involved in their scholars' education. We really believe that our school is stronger and our scholars are stronger if parents are involved. And so we really look at our parent engagement like a triangle. And the way we look at it is that we have the school on one side, the parent on the other, and the scholar up top. And we're all working together to help the scholar achieve his or her goals. And so we tell our families that when you enroll your scholar, you're not just enrolling your child into the school, you're actually enrolling. And just like we call our teachers platinum teachers, we call our parents platinum parents, because we believe, like our teachers, our families are worth more than gold. They're platinum. And so we really believe that it's important for them to be involved and to know what's going on. And so that engagement really starts from the beginning. Once a child applies to our school, we actually go and we do home visits with our scholars and their families. And it's not to be intrusive in any way, but it's really just about creating a strong relationship between the school and the family. Because a lot of times when you're one-on-one, while we have a larger orientation, families will be more forthcoming or more open about their needs, what they see and want for their child, and how we can best support the child as well as the family. And so those home visits really create a strong relationship between the school and home. And then we're also very intentional about being an open school. We are literally and physically an open school, a school with open doors. And we really believe that families should be able to come in anytime, whenever you want. You should be able to come into our classrooms. You should be able to walk the halls and be involved and be a part of our school. And we really feel like that's a cornerstone of our school. We also have a family night every third Thursday of the month, and that is a time where the entire school community comes together. So the platinum teachers families, as well as scholars and their families, and we just have a really good time and build our community. And so we really believe that our families and our parents, that they're partners, and we really work hard to create a strong relationship between the school and home. I'm available to my families all the time. I'm a very present school leader. I am at the front door every single morning. I greet the scholars, and when I don't, another member of the leadership team is there if I'm out of the building for some reason. But I'm a very visible leader, and I really believe in interacting with our families. I believe that our families have made a choice, and it's an honor and a privilege for them to choose Achievement Prep, because we are a charter school. You have to find us, and families choose us, and I believe that I have a very real responsibility to be available to my families. And so I'm available in the morning. I also I'm available throughout the day, and I also work dismissal. And so my families know if I need to talk to Miss Wright, she's going to be right there at that front door in the morning or in the afternoon. And if I'm not for some reason, they definitely know how to get in touch with me. I promise my parents that I will return calls within 24 hours, definitely email. And so really believe that it is my responsibility to be active and visible and available to my families.